And accused of shooting and killing his parents. A family member responds to the tragedy. More up next.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
I live alone. Right after dinner.
Definitely after meatloaf. Like clockwork.
Do it. Run your dishwasher with Cascade Platinum and save water. Did you know an Energy Star certified dishwasher uses less than 4 gallons per cycle, while a running sink uses that every 2 minutes? That means even small loads can save water. So why not do it? Run your dishwasher every night with Cascade Platinum, the surprising way to save water.
Colbert's got a new Late Show with Chance the Rapper, Monday on CBS.
Every time I feel like I'm making a real impact, I get hit with how much left there is to do.
A new SWAT next Sunday on CBS.
Tomorrow, get into the CMT Music Awards with Jason Aldean and Bryan Adams, Carrie Underwood, and more. The CMT Music Awards, tomorrow at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
And check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, AmeriGuards it.
This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Esteban Reynoso. A family torn apart tonight after a man called 911 after allegedly shooting and killing his own parents. CBS 47's Juanita Adame has been following this incident and joins us live now in studio with the latest on this tragic story. Juanita.
Esteban, neighbors are blocks away told us they heard multiple shots coming from the home. The neighbors a few doors down said they saw a man in the front yard with a weapon, and when he began firing that weapon, they all ran inside. A normally quiet neighborhood interrupted by gunfire. According to scanner traffic,
caller stating he shot someone. No further at this time.
The shooter called police at around 3:30 on Sunday afternoon.
Now suspect saying he's unarmed and he disconnected the line.
And told the 911 dispatcher what he had done.
When we arrived, we found the suspect on the front lawn. It's a 30-year-old male adult. We also found at the scene his parents that are deceased from gunshot wounds.
Investigators said the man allegedly shot both his parents. His father was laying on the front lawn of the home. His mother was inside.
The suspect has been transported from the scene. Homicide detectives are en route. They will be taking over the investigation to determine further what happened.
The couple has not been identified by police, but families said they are William and Sylvia McKellany and described them as great people. The couple's niece gave us a statement and said they were amazing people. They were like second parents to us, her nieces and nephews. She helped raise us and our kids. This is devastating to our family. A motive for the crime has not been determined at this time. And again, police still don't know what motivated that son to kill his parents. Live in the studio, Juanita Adame, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Juanita. New tonight, CHP are investigating a wrong-way crash that killed one person in Madera County. Officials say this happened at about 12:30 early this morning on Highway 99. We're told several drivers called 911 reporting the wrong-way driver in the area near Madera Avenue. We're told the GMC pickup truck was traveling north in the southbound lanes of Highway 99. Investigators say the driver went on for about 6 miles before crashing head-on into a black BMW SUV with 4 people inside. Moments later, the pickup caught on fire, and officers say the driver died at the scene, and the passengers in the other car had minor injuries. Merced police say a man is dead after getting ran over by 2 cars this morning. One of them was a Merced PD patrol unit heading to the scene of the incident. This is the second second time this week a Merced police officer is involved in a pedestrian fatality. CBS 47's Natalie Vera has the latest.
One of their officers ran over a person on Sunday morning. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. It happened around 5:12 a.m. near G and 18th Street. Police say a 2005 Infiniti sedan first hit the man while driving south on G Street. Then one of the responding officers hit the man a second time while heading to the scene. According to a press release, Merced police traffic officers are investigating the initial collision, and the California Highway Patrol is investigating the second incident involving a Merced police unit. The officer is now on paid administrative leave. Merced police could not be reached for comment on Sunday. CHP would not comment on the investigation, but a traffic officer said this area has seen a number of car accidents lately. This is the second time this week a Merced police officer is put on administrative leave after hitting a pedestrian. Police say on Thursday night, Officer Chase Wilson hit 82-year-old Josefa Blandon, who also died on scene. This happened on G Street and 15th Street. CHP is also investigating that incident. Reporting in Merced, Natalie Vera, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Well, we have some rain on the way here in the Central Valley and some snow, too, in the mountain areas. We're also experiencing a major cool down. There's our current temperatures: 61 degrees in Fresno, 57 in Visalia, 60 in Hanford. Looking outside of our valley cam in Madera, it's clear skies. Cloud coverage will come in around 9:30, and then here's that rain that's going to be passing through and some snow over in the Shaver Lake area and Yosemite. I'll have a full look at your forecast later in the show. Esteban, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Liv. And fire officials are seeing red flag state much earlier than usual. Last year was early May. This year it's only April and warnings are going out. John Ramos shows us one California home that is prepared for the worst.
This weekend's winds are not reaching red flag status. But just a few more weeks of this warm, dry weather, and we could be seeing the beginning of a pretty scary fire season. The expected high winds were still just a breeze this morning when Scott and Susan Sherman got some of their neighbors together for a wildfire safety chat at their Greenbrae home.
We want our house to survive if there's a fire in the neighborhood.
Central Marin Fire Battalion Chief Todd Lando told the neighbors he was shocked last year when he saw the warm, dry winds begin blowing in May.
But really, seeing those conditions in the first week of April is unusual, and it's a warning to us all.
Lando took a tour of Sherman's home, which has become a model of fire prevention. Where it meets the house, the wood fence has been replaced with steel sheeting. The garden mulch ends 5 feet from the side of the structure, replaced by rocks, and hoses are clearly marked for firefighters' use. Ceramic tiles are laid against the foundation, and all horizontal surfaces on the side fence, including knot holes, are covered in foil to resist embers. Susan Sherman took on the Defensible Space project after her friends and colleagues lost their lives and homes in Northern California fires.
I know these people personally, and so it really struck home with me about how important it was. What can you do to prevent these things? And I'm always thinking, what if, and planning.
CAL FIRE is already hiring seasonal firefighters, something they only used to do in the summer months.
We're seeing these hotter temperatures sooner, so then we're starting to transition in. So given those conditions, we're also starting to upstaff a little bit sooner.
A giant fire erupted at a Home Depot in San Jose, sending customers and employees running out of the doors. Take a look at this aerial video of the fire. You could see there large plumes of black smoke were sent into the air as the building was destroyed by the flames. Cell phone video shows the flames and embers falling from the ceiling and onto more wood and shelves on the sales floor. Fire officials say they believe it started in an area where lumber and drywall was being stored. The fire was threatening a nearby pet hospital as well. They were all evacuated.
A commercial building of this size, with this many people inside it when the fire progressed, they want to know why and what happened, for sure.
It all happened so quick. Within about 2 minutes, we had to be out of the building.
In total, 60 animals were rescued. None of them were hurt, and no one else was injured in the fire. Continuing our coronavirus coverage, 27 states across the country are now reporting a rise in infections over the past 8 days. And as spring break gatherings happen, health officials are concerned of another wave. A rapid rise in cases in Philadelphia has city officials considering a return to mask wearing indoors. In the Northeast, there's been a spike in cases, including the nation's capital, where new infections jumped 89% in 2 weeks, including a high-profile outbreak among lawmakers. Health officials say the BA2 subvariant accounts for up to 72% of cases, but say its milder symptoms paired with the closing of many testing sites could lead to underreporting.
I think that we're dramatically undercounting cases. So if you see cases going up in your local community, that's a pretty good indication that there's more infection in what we're measuring.
I think it's a new normal. I think it'll keep changing as, as the pandemic changes.
And to the south in Los Angeles and throughout the state, many Californians support the lifted mandates, but are also acting with caution. Coming up under a weekend edition of Eyewitness News at 11, ongoing warfare in Ukraine as Russian troops seem to regroup after retreating, but now civilians are getting the worst of it. And a local church holding a fundraiser after items they need for daily operation are stolen. We'll show you more when we come back.
Your financial support for Central California Legal Services means victory for families like Maria's, a veteran and victim of eviction fraud. There are so many more that need your help. Bring justice to our community. You help CCLS fight for justice. Donate today. The weather is changing, grass is sprouting, and flowers are blooming earlier than usual. Buzz Allergy knows that colds, as well as COVID-19 and other viruses, have similar symptoms to allergies, asthma, and sinus issues. Take away the guesswork and get proper diagnosis and early treatment before allergy symptoms arrive. There's no need to suffer. Live a full and active life. Contact Buzz Allergy today and breathe easier.
You're different from the other kids. It'll be our secret.
These are things that abusers say to gain the trust of kids. When the abuser is a priest, it's even more devastating for the child who trusted them. For over 30 years, Jeff Anderson has been fighting for survivors of child sexual abuse in California. If you were sexually abused, it's time to take your power back. It's confidentially today. 1-800-IT'S-TIME.
At LongJohnSilvers.com, you can order online and sail past the line. Try our famous fish and shrimp combo, plucked from the deep blue sea, hand battered and fried to golden perfection. Pick one up for just $6.99. Order ahead at LongJohnSilvers.com. Fish, yeah.
Here at Central Floor Supply, our warehouse is filled with name brand waterproof flooring and luxurious carpet. Like our Mohawk Revwood Select with a lifetime all pet warranty. Before you go to the big box stores, come check us out first. Central Floor Supply on Clinton near Fowler.
What does CCLS stand for? Central California Legal Services stands for our aging neighbors, affordable and safe housing, a bright future. We're looking for attorneys to join CCLS. Visit centralcallegal.org and stand with us.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by The Mug.
The United Nations says today more than 4.5 million Ukrainians have fled the country 47 days after Russia's invasion. New satellite images show a massive 8-mile-long Russian convoy headed east after Russian forces retreated from the north. Deborah Pata reporting with the latest from Kyiv.
From land, sea and air, Russia has unleashed sustained misery on the Donbas region for more than 6 weeks. There's not much that hasn't been reduced to rubble in cities like Mariupol. Those who've escaped denounce it as worse than hell. And there's a new satellite imagery shows a massive Russian convoy heading south towards the eastern front line with a new battlefield commander at the helm, Alexander Vornikov, the general accused of ordering strikes that flatten civilian neighborhoods in Syria. Already in the liberated areas around Kyiv, destruction on an industrial scale and a street littered with graphic evidence of atrocities, the kind seldom available to prosecutors. Lawmaker Kira Riddick has also been collecting evidence of hidden crimes, the weapon wielded behind closed doors, rape.
I want to know their names and last names because I want them to be accountable.
The stories from these occupied towns are nauseating. Mothers forced to watch their sons and daughters violated, soldiers raping women in front of their children. Soldiers who also have mothers back home in Russia.
I don't think that once you raise a child, you think that at some these unspeakable things to women.
The hotline set up to report these war crimes has been overwhelmed. More than 15,000 calls a day, says Ukraine's human rights chief, Lyudmila Denisova. It's hard to believe this is happening in the 21st century, she told us. But today, another mass grave, fresh new torment. In Bosova near Kyiv, the daughter of one of the victims held back by police to prevent her seeing the crimes Russia is trying to hide.
Deborah Petta, CBS News, Kyiv.
Monday will mark 1 year since the death of Dante Wright, an unarmed black man who was shot and killed by former police officer Kim Potter. Kim Potter is now behind bars after being found guilty of first-degree manslaughter and second shooting. His family set up an Angelversary celebration for Dante. Brooklyn Center Mayor Mike Elliott complimented the Wright family's strength, saying they never wavered in their fight for justice.
Justice looks like changing the system so that this never happens again to another family.
We're making progress. We actually just talked about no traffic stops. And I have wonderful aspiration and hope that Brooklyn Center will be the change.
The Wright family was joined by George Floyd's girlfriend, Breonna Taylor's aunt, Jacob Blake's father, and Emmett Till's cousin. Tonight, a Valley church is asking for the community's help after thousands of dollars worth of equipment was stolen from the property last week. The Tabernacle Church in Sanger is working to raise funds with a taco sale. Equipment used for service was stolen out of their trailer, nearly $30,000 worth. Today, volunteers put on this taco sale to raise money to replace it. All of it will go back to replacing what was stolen. But if you can't help with donations, churchgoers say you can help in other ways.
Everyone needs prayers, so if you can help with that, that's the best thing you can do for us, prayer. Some of us, we don't have the money, some of us, we don't have the time, but if you have time to pray for us, we need the prayer. We need your prayer.
The church pastor has a message for whomever stole the equipment, saying if they would find it in their hearts to give it back to us, they won't press charges, they say. Coming up on your weekend edition of Eyewitness News at 11, a beautiful festival set outside for everyone to enjoy. We'll take you there and what's in store coming up.
And your forecast after this, but first a look at your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by the Boz Allergy Center. We have medium levels all through the week. We'll be right back.
We like Personal Express because we can actually walk into an office and talk to a person.
You don't have to pick up a phone and talk to an automated voice. You can actually just walk in, have your question answered face-to-face. Well, we save a lot of money with the discounts over at Personal Express Insurance, the multi-car discount,
Good driver,
the home and auto.
and the home alarm.
You're supporting your neighbors, you're supporting the people that live in your area.
I think you should say that. That gave me goosebumps.
I just did.
Personal Express Insurance, with offices in Fresno, Clovis, and Visalia.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the Buffalo Ranch Chicken Pizza.
It's fresh out of my oven. Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Grilled chicken, crunchy bacon, covered in creamy buffalo sauce. Now that is an expression.
Change the way you pizza.
Experience the possibility of anti-aging medicine at Maj Medical Clinic. Dr. Maj Zubi uses the healing benefits of your own stem cells for your optimum health.
It was a miracle, honestly. It was simple, outpatient. I felt better the next day.
Call Maj Medical Clinic today.
Looking for a car you can afford? Steve Clark Auto. Steve Clark Auto. SteveClarkAuto.com. Steve Clark Auto Sales has cars starting at just $7,000. Quality pre-owned rides like BMW, Lexus, Acura, Toyota, Honda, and more. Get into the fast lane with Steve Clark Auto Sales, home of the $7,000 car on Clovis Avenue, just north of McKinley, behind the airport. Steve Clark Auto. Steve Clark Auto. SteveClarkAuto.com.
Introducing Frog Tape Pro Grade Painter's Tape, the only blue tape good enough to be called Frog Tape. Available exclusively in a contractor multi-pack. Frog Tape Pro Grade combines the value of a traditional blue painter's tape with paint block technology that makes Frog Tape Painter's Tapes #1 for sharp lines. How does it work? Paint block technology forms a micro barrier to seal the edges of the tape and prevents paint bleed, delivering the paint line performance you expect from the Frog Tape brand. Frog Tape Performance, priced for the pro.
Come to W Furniture and see what's in store. Find everything for your ultimate backyard experience. W Furniture carries the best brands with lots of variety immediately available. If it's on the floor, you can take it home. W Furniture, next to Hobby Lobby in Clovis.
Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get right into this rain and snow that we're expecting to see tomorrow. This is tomorrow morning at 6:15. Right now, at this point, all we have is some cloud coverage. But then actually, around 8 a.m., Yosemite is already supposed to start seeing some snowfall, and we're talking 10, 14 inches of snow tomorrow in Yosemite. Oakhurst and Merced has some rain at this point, and then at 10:45, it spreads to the rest of it. So it's just going to hit Fresno at this point. It's really going to be mainly after 11 and 12. Shaver Lake is expected to get some snow tomorrow, just half an inch, maybe less. This is at 2:45. It's spread down into the South Valley. The South Valley is going to see most of its rain after 3 p.m. This is at 5:45. It's moved out of Modesto, Merced, and Madera. It came up north. It's traveling down south. Fresno will still have some patches at this point, and then Visalia and Porterville, this is when the rain will be hitting you guys. At 11:25 p.m., the rain's pretty much cleared out. Not our problem anymore, and we're not expecting any on Tuesday, so tomorrow should be the end of it. Wind also, 14 miles an hour right now in Fresno. We've had some wind advisories the past couple of days, and we're still going to see some strong winds tomorrow. Actually, in Yosemite, wind gusts tomorrow could get up to 30 miles an hour, and that's going to bring the wind chill down to -3. So with these cold temperatures and rain, this wind is going to not feel so great if you're sensitive to the cold. Current temperatures 61 in Fresno, 60 in Hanford, 57 in Visalia, and it's already 33 degrees in Shaver right now. Our high today was 70 degrees, which is right around our average high of 72. Right on par, and that's not what we've been seeing this past week. We were well above our average temperatures, but starting tomorrow, we are going to be well below our average temperatures for this time of year. Air quality is going to be moderate in Merced, Fresno, Kings, and Tulare County, but good in Sequoia National Park and Madera. I should also mention Sequoia National Park has about a 50% chance of snow tomorrow. And looking at our lows tonight, 45 in Madera, 48 in Fresno, 27 in Yosemite, 36 in Shaver Lake. And then tomorrow, Yosemite's only going to get up to 30 degrees, 59 in Fresno, 54 in Oakhurst, and Shaver Lake will just see a high of 39 degrees tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, clear skies by 7 a.m. 10 a.m. we are going to have some clouds, and then in between 10 and 1, we will possibly start to see the rainfall definitely by 4 and 7 p.m. Then looking at your 7-day, I did put some rain here on Thursday because we do have a slight chance of rain, but not as much as tomorrow. And then our highs for the week just in the 60s. This looks a lot different than it did last week, and lows in the 40s. So major cool down, some winds and some rain, but we will be back up into the 70s by Friday. Esteban, I'll send it over to you.
Thank you, Liv. We appreciate it. We need all the rain we can get. And coming up in sports, we'll check in with some Central Valley natives making an impact in professional baseball. And on this Masters Sunday, there is a property in Kingsburg that has a unique tradition with regards to the tournament. Sports Central is next.
You peel them, you eat them, you peel them, you eat them, you peel them, then you eat them, you peel them,
You peel them, then you eat them. Any questions?
You've been dismissed.
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 Cable news networks have decided they only want to appeal to the extremes.
They only care about half of us. And if you don't agree with their point of view,
you're dismissed.
It's about time somebody did something. At News Nation, we are here to bring you back.
Back to where we aren't yelling at each other, but telling all of America's stories.
Come back to the facts. Back to balance.
Come back to the news. News Nation. News for all America.
Make sure you're ready to answer. With the most awarded lineup of SUVs ever. Get 0% APR for 72 months on the all-new 2022 Wagoneer during the Jeep Celebration event. Going on now. Come experience the Clovis difference.
A lot has changed over 60 years, and so has the way Kgpe Health cares for our community. But it's our respect for people, the way we treat them with integrity and compassion, that truly makes a difference. Health is our passion, and our vision is to be your world-class healthcare choice for life.
Kgpe Health, more than medicine, life.
I'm John Burke. My job is to teach people how to peel peels, which, as it turns out, is actually pretty simple.
John Burke knows that, everybody knows that peeling mandarins is obvious. You peel them, you eat them.
Any questions?
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
It was a big day for Butte Colony alum Dalton Jeffries, former first-round pick. He's starting the year in the A's rotation. With the help of some terrific defense Sunday, Dalton throws 5 scoreless against the Phillies. Gets Major League win number 2 in his 3rd career start as the A's win 4-1. Another Valley native, Connor Brogdon, also saw the mound in relief for the Phils in this game, recording a couple outs in the 7th. Speaking of Valley products, Merced native Braden Ward made his first start for the Fresno Grizzlies Sunday, and he made it count, going 3 for 4 with a homer and a couple runs scored. And former Bulldog E.J. Andrews Jr. also making his first start for the Grizz in left field Sunday. More from the ex-Bulldog in a second. Mason Green was the Grizzlies starter, struck out 6, but he only lasted 3 2/3. Back to Andrews, bottom 2, he's at the plate with a runner on 3rd. It's deep enough to score the first run of the game here. The Grizzlies would win 6-5. They're 3-0 after sweeping the Ports. Meantime, at Valley Strong Ballpark in Visalia, it took 13 innings, but the Rawhide get the win, 5-4 over Rancho Cucamonga. Both the Rawhide and Grizzlies are off Monday before starting series Tuesday at Lake Elsinore and San Jose, respectively. College now, it was Bob Bennett Day at Fresno State. Many of his former players on hand to celebrate their late coach. And his great-granddaughter, Morgan Prieto, actually threw out the first pitch. The Dogs hosting New Mexico here. They're up 3-2 in the 6th. Vinny Bologna going to drive in another run with the single to left. The Dogs win 6-2, taking 2 of 3 in the series. Now 15-16 overall. They're tied for 3rd in the Mountain West with a 9-6 conference record. Softball, and an extra inning softball win for the Fresno State team Sunday. Kingsburg High alum Taryn Irigoyen bringing home the game-winning run against Utah State with that chopper. 4-3 the final here. They take 2 of 3 as well. Fresno State 11-28 overall now. Hey, how about this? Former San Joaquin Memorial star Jalen Green finishing the season out with a flurry in the NBA. He scored a career-high 41 against the Hawks Sunday, highlighted by this reverse dunk late in the third. The good news here, the second overall pick scored at least 30 in 6 of his last 7 games. The bad news, the 20-win Rockets finished the season on a 7-game losing streak. Hey, we didn't have a dramatic finish Sunday at the Masters, but Sunday at Augusta still delivered. This was crazy. Rory McIlroy holing out on 18 for an 8-under 64, tying the lowest score ever for a final round there. And moments later, his playing partner, Colin Morikawa, from the same bunker, doing the same. McIlroy finished second at 7-under. Morikawa, 5th overall at 4-under par. After some early heat, though, from Cam Smith, no one really challenging Scottie Scheffler, the world's major, his 4th tournament in his last 6 starts. Now, as far as Tiger goes, he closed with his 2nd straight 78, but said afterwards he was very thankful and plans on playing the Open Championship in July at St. Andrews. One more note, Clovis East grad Bryson DeChambeau stuck around after missing the cut to be a part of Tiger's gallery Sunday. Finally, speaking of the Masters, that brings us to that story a little better than the rest from Sunday. It's Bemis's Best. And I had the chance to play Kings River Golf and Country Club Sunday, and after I teed off on the 11th hole, I noticed a replica of a Masters scoreboard. It's the brainchild of Dwight Hughes and his wife, Kgpe, who saw these in person. And every year since then, they've had this sign up on their property during the tournament with the leaderboard being updated. And not surprisingly, their unique tradition gets them a coveted spot in Bemis's Best. I love this. That certainly is a Central Valley tradition unlike any other. We'll be right back.
2 charbroiled patties, bacon, and melty cheese, dressed in sweet and tangy Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. Respect the drip for just $3.99 with our latest charbroiled double deal. Bite into the new Gold Digger double cheeseburger at Carl's Jr.
What makes best reviews the best reviews?
Ooh, pretty colors.
They have an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations.
Oh, no, Count Bristol. We settle this dispute through dance.
To give honest, reliable recommendations on just about any product you can imagine. So you can be confident that whatever you're buying is right for you.
Faster, Count Bristol, faster!
Whatever you're into. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
It's amazing what you can do while you're donating blood.
Like binging your favorite show. You want my blood? Come and get it.
But what you're really doing
is saving my life.
Saving a life is so easy.
You could do almost anything else while doing it.
Make an appointment now to donate blood.
You ever get on time?
Eventually.
For just $3.99, you could get 2 patties, sizzling bacon, and melty cheese, dripping in tangy sweet Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. That's a lot of gold for just $3.99. Bite into the new Gold Digger double cheeseburger, part of charbroiled double deals at Carl's Jr.
All around us, events unfolding. Start your day with breaking news from the break of dawn to prepare you for the day ahead. Megan Ruth, here when you need them. Investigative journalism, up-to-date pinpoint weather, on air and online. The Valley's only AM team on Eyewitness News this morning. Weekdays from 5 to 7 on CBS 47.
To watch CBS 47 Eyewitness News anytime, go to Xfinity On Demand and click Get Local.
Artists from all over the Valley came out today to Shinzen Garden to show. The 2-day event featured plein air work, which means painting in the outdoors. The idea is to start your work inside the grounds, looking at the beautiful landscape and scenery the gardens have to offer. Artists will have a chance to finish their artwork and enter the judging contest. It could be tedious.
It can be particularly challenging because every 7 minutes, I'm told, the sun makes it look different. So people are always adjusting and relooking and so forth. And we've had about 20 artists here today.
Organizers say everything on display was created in the last 2 days. And if you weren't painting, there was food, craft vendors, and live entertainment for the whole family. CBS 47's Liv Johnson joins us for one last check of the forecast. But Liv, between you and I, who do you think would win that contest? It's going to be me. Right?
I've never been bad at anything in my life.
You know, I got a little Spanish in me, so I'm going to go with, I got that Picasso, you know.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Y'all let us know. Y'all let us know who you think would win.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to put up a poll somewhere. One of us has to vote.
You know what? You go and practice tomorrow, because if you paint outside, the rain will just wash it away.
There you go.
The rain will wash it away. Last look at weather. We have some rain tomorrow. We have some snow tomorrow in the mountains. So, you know, bring your umbrellas.
Thanks, Liv, and thank you for watching.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News is on air, online, and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com.
You never take a break.
And we won't either. Adding more local news to our award-winning lineup. CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 5, 6, 7, and now 7:30.
If you don't have a primary care doctor for your family, Premium Urgent Care provides all general health services at multiple Valley locations. Set your appointment online and Premium Urgent Care will serve you quickly for the health of those you love. Get quality care at Premium Urgent Care today.
We'll be there soon.
We? Is this the one?
Well, let's say I found the one who takes me to another level. Most importantly, the one that helps me discover the coolest places.
I can't wait to meet her.
Definitely the one.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Frontier.
Now get 0.9% APR financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
Don't choose between style and comfort. Get both at the SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. SAS Shoes, America's comfort shoes, have more styles and colors than ever before. If you have foot or back pain, wear orthotics, have diabetes, or just want the most comfortable shoes you've ever worn, then come see the new styles and colors and get a custom fitting at the locally owned SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. Life's a journey. Wear comfortable shoes.
Your financial support for Central California Legal Services means victory for families like Maria's, a veteran and victim of eviction fraud. There are so many more that need your help. Bring justice to our community. You help CCLS fight for justice. Donate today.
If you don't have a primary care doctor for your family, Premium Urgent Care provides all general health services at multiple Valley locations. Set your appointment online and Premium Urgent Care will serve you quickly for the health of those you love. Get quality care at Premium Urgent Care today.
Now yourcentralvalley.com, pros who know.
Increase the efficiency of your home's closets. We specialize in both walk-in and reach-in designs that fit your budget and style. Call now for a free in-home consultation.
For more expert advice, go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros who know.
Need help? CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us. The following paid commercial program does not reflect the opinions and views of Nexstar Broadcasting Incorporated, this station, or their employees and affiliates.
The following paid content is sponsored by the law firm of Jeff Anderson and Associates.
To the person that wakes up every day with the memory and the stain of being sexually abused, and who is still struggling with where does that fit into your file cabinet?